Are you ready?
Activate.
Sequence start 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, ignition.
Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to Shadows in the Dark. I am your host, Jeremiah Greer. We're going to have a great show tonight, and I hate to say we are having to change this show up just a bit. Unfortunately, we are only going to broadcast for an hour tonight, and the reason why is because tonight's guest, Heather Graham, had to cancel due to a longtime friend passing away hours before the show. So obviously Heather could not make it, so we do, our thoughts are definitely with her, so please put your thoughts with her as well. So what we're going to do is Heather was only going to join us for the first part of the show, and the second half we were going to do the Paranormal Throwdown, which has become the favorite game show here on Shadows in the Dark. So what are we going to do? Well, we're going to play the Paranormal Throwdown. We really didn't have any kind of backup for tonight, so I figured why not? Well, we'll just cut the show to an hour and we'll just do the Paranormal Throwdown and have a little fun tonight. So like I said, we're going to change it up a little bit, and I hate that Heather could not make it with us tonight. But like I said, if you're just joining, she had a close friend pass away just a few hours ago. So obviously, it is very understandable that she had to cancel. But like I said, we're going to have a good show. We're going to have a lot of fun. Of course, we know the Paranormal Throwdown. We always have a blast with that. So we're going to be giving out the 800 number as soon as we come back and all that good stuff as well. But what we're going to do, we're going to take our longer break right now. And then when we come back, we'll start the Paranormal Throwdown. We'll get our contestants on the line, give the chat room a little bit of time to get some more people in there, more people tuning in and whatnot. So like I said, we're going to take our quick little break. I think it's about 10, 11 minutes or so like that. And we'll come back with the Paranormal Throwdown. Now, don't forget, as we're playing this, one of these songs is from that Lionel Fanthorpe CD. I'm sure you'll be able to pick it out. I think it's the Sea Serpent Shanty or something like that. So enjoy that as it comes through the break. But again, we'll be back and we'll be doing the Paranormal Throwdown. You are listening to Shadows in the Dark, broadcasting live at shadowsinthedarkradio.com and Dark Plains Radio at darkplainsradio.com. The show can also be heard as a rebroadcast at ParaX at para-x.com and available as a podcast at Black Vault Radio at blackvaultradio.com and Planet Paranormal at planetparanormal.com.
Have you been wondering what gift to get that special person in your life? Then you need to visit Mountain View Candleworks, your one-stop headquarters for candles, fountains, specialty foods, and much more. Just visit www.mountainviewcandleworks.com. We make your candles with mountain care.
More than just another New Age journal, Mysteries Magazine provides a thought-provoking, in-depth look into myths, magic, and the paranormal, as well as the mysteries which have intrigued both historians and scientists from the beginning of time. So subscribe today by visiting www.mysteriesmagazine.com or pick up a copy at select newsstands throughout the U.S. and Canada. Again, that was www.mysteriesmagazine.com. Challenge your beliefs.
Are you wondering if the path that you've chosen is the right one for you? Or would you like to see a glimpse of what the future may hold? Tarot may be able to help you understand better the path that you're on. The cards don't lie, nor do they lead you astray, as they're a vehicle for messages from God, angels, and guides. Have your cards read for you by world-renowned tarot card master Scotty Roberts. To schedule a private reading with Scotty, visit www.tarotbyscotty.com today and find out what the cards may hold for you.
Hello everybody, this is Mr. G from the World Paranormal Society and from HauntTheHunters and DarkPlanesRadio.com. I would like to tell you about a website. It's called TreasureForAllUSA.com, where I got everything from knickknacks to complete DVR systems. A place where you can shop for everything and everything, and if we don't have it, I'll find it for you. That's again, TreasureForAllUSA.com, everything from DVR systems, TV sets, knickknacks, and gifts for loved ones. Come check it out, TreasureForAllUSA.com. You won't be disappointed.
Door slams, cold spots, voices and footsteps. The paranormal make their presence known.
Hi, I'm Tim Yancey, inviting you to Lightstream's Paranormal Investigators Convention in Charlotte, North Carolina, November 6th, 7th, and 8th. The latest technology tools from professional investigators, audio, video, background research, and electromagnetic testing. The lineup of paranormal investigators and lecturers is unparalleled, featuring Keith Age, host of Spooked on the Sci-Fi Channel, evidence analyzation experts from Sci-Fi's Ghost Hunters, TAPS team members Steve Gonzalez, Dave Tango, and Tiffany Johnson. Court TV and True TV's Haunting Evidence, Patrick Burns, with audio filtering techniques for the faintest EVP recording. Carmen Reed, the basis for the new movie Haunting in Connecticut. Trish and I will be there as well from Encounters Paranormal Radio, speaking on violent haunting. Other speakers, vendors, and more will be there as well, including 2 real ghost hunts, led by investigators Dave Tango and Steve Gonzalez. Lightstream's Paranormal Investigators Convention, the premier event for professional investigators. Limited tickets available now on the web at ls-pic.org.
Again, if you're just joining us or you didn't hear there at the beginning of the show, tonight's guest, Heather Graham, had to cancel due to the death of a close friend just a few hours ago, so very understandable. We are going to reschedule her to come back on the show at a later date. But what we're going to do, we're only going to broadcast for an hour tonight, but we're going to play the Paranormal Throwdown. For those who are not familiar with the Paranormal Throwdown, it's a simple game. All we do is we get 2 people to call in. Once they call in, we will begin to bombard them with questions. We'll keep score, and at the end, the winner will receive some fabulous prizes. Now, these questions will deal with the paranormal, the strange, the unusual, cryptozoology, ufology, and questions that may pertain to Shadows in the Dark itself. So it's a lot of fun. We always have a blast playing this game. So let's go ahead and see if we can get us a couple call-ins. I know the chat room's kind of small tonight, so hopefully we have quite a few people out there listening in that are not in the chat room. If you're not, please join us in the chat room. Just go to shadowsinthedarkradio.com. When you click on the link that says Listen in the menu, well, it'll take you right to it. But anyway, here is the call-in number. That is 877-876-7797. Again, that is 877-876-7797. So we'll get us a couple callers in here, and also I'll type this this number in the chat room as well in case somebody wants to call in from there. And there we go. It's in the chat room. But like I said, it's a lot of fun. We'll ask some different questions. Most of them would just be a straight answer. We do have a couple true are false as well. But again, 877-876-7797. We need 2 callers. Hopefully we'll have a couple out there who want to call in. And of course, Crystal in chat room saying my voice sounds better. A little better, yes it does. I have been sick over the last couple of weeks. Still have this awful cough. Hopefully that will go away soon. At least I hope so. Who knows? But anyway, it is the Paranormal Throwdown. We just need 2 callers. That's it. Come on. 877-876-7797. Someone there asking, where is tonight's guest? Again, Heather Graham was supposed to be our guest tonight, but she had a death of a close friend that happened just a few hours ago. So she informed me that she was not going to be able to make tonight's show, but definitely wants to reschedule. So once she is up to it, I told her just to get back with us. We will reschedule that show. Of course, it is understandable that she had to cancel. Most of us have dealt with the death of a close friend or relative, so it's hard times. So again, put your thoughts and prayers out there for her. Whatever it is, send her some good energy. Whatever you do, whatever you believe in, because this can be hard times. But all right, so again, we're gonna give that call in number one more time: 877-876-7797. If you're just joining us, I see we got a few more in the chat room there. We are playing the Paranormal Throwdown tonight. We are going to only broadcast for the first hour of the show because our guest had to cancel, and we're getting no call-ins. I guess I'm just going to have to ask myself the questions. So let's see if we can get somebody. 877-876-7797. We will put that in there one more time in the chat room. And hopefully somebody will call. Look, you got a chance to win some prizes. They're free, I promise. And I'll even pay for the shipping. So a lot of fun questions tonight. We always have a good time. Yes, please, Crystal and Chandler, someone call me. Yes, please call me. You'll get tired of hearing me just run off at the mouth here. So, if anything, I'll just throw on some music here in a minute or something. But anyway, I tell you what, we have a lot of great stuff coming up here. I don't know if everybody missed last week's what would this say? Today is Sunday, so last Thursday's show. We gave an update on things, how things were going here, Shadows in the Dark, Shadows Media. I will soon be doing this full time, which will give me more time to get the websites up and everything rolling. We have come across some few bugs and issues, especially in terms of Mysteries Magazine, but we are right around the corner from sending that issue, or our first issue. We are excited about it, but it will be going to press here very soon. And I tell you what, I can't tell you how excited I am. I think it looks fantastic. I think it just looks fantastic. So we will, so be looking for that, especially if you're a subscriber. If you haven't subscribed, well, then you need to. It is very, very simple. Just go to store.mysteriesmagazine.com. It'll take you right to our web store. Once you are there, you'll see the links to subscribe. So a couple more joining us. So let's do this one more time. 877-876-7797. We're playing the Paranormal Throwdown. How well do you know you're paranormal? So we're just waiting for 2 callers to call in. That's all we need. So we've got quite a few finally piling in the chat room there. So please give us a call. For those who have just joined, well, we got one caller. Let's answer this one. And this is caller from 973. I believe this is probably Don.
Hey, how are you?
I'm all right. How are you?
I'm doing okay. As always, you got a fun show tonight, and you really, honestly, you know how to keep the show running, which consistently impresses me about you. I've heard some guests that tend to run off at the mouth, and you always bring the show back on, and this again proves your talent to be a good host. So, way to go, buddy.
Well, I appreciate that. So, so while we're waiting for somebody to, someone else to call, you're, more than welcome to, pat me on the back and say good things about me.
I would like for you to know that you are more alive than Bob Marley is, and that's one of the nicest things I can say about you.
Well, we've got Don on the line. We just need one more. Come on, we need one more. 877-876-7797. We got a lot of great questions this time around. And I tell you what, Don, if nobody else calls in, you'll win the prizes by default.
Oh, cowards. All of them, every single one of them. They've all got the spine of Robert Schneck. They're all cowards.
I know. What is they scared of you or something?
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. I can start doing. Well, you're from Carolina. I'll start doing my Ric Flair impression.
Oh my
gosh! You gotta
gosh!
beat the man.
He has got a commercial running here for the lottery, for the North Carolina Education Lottery, and yes, he woos like 500 times in the commercial. It is awful. And what is he now, like 95, 102, something
About
like that? Gosh.
About that. Rumor has it he was actually the guy that originally wrestled Jehovah when Jacob wrestled back in the Old Testament. That's how old he is.
I would believe it. I remember watching him when I was young. Well, I'm still young, but, when I was a kid, him, Hulk Hogan, oh my gosh, Andre the Giant, Lou Albano.
Nice. Real quick, I wanted to ask you, do you mind if I ask a couple of Shadows in the Dark related questions?
Sure.
Okay. Just out of curiosity, are there any updates about any of the video projects that are happening with the Mothman out of West Virginia? I have to tell you, that was personally, those series of shows were some of my favorite shows.
Yeah, well, I have been in constant contact with that guest, who Travis Short is who you're talking about, and from my understanding, they premiered the documentary at the Mothman Festival that happened just it's a couple weekends ago, if I'm not mistaken. So we should be seeing it soon. I know I'm supposed to receive a copy of it to check it out. I think very soon after that, it will be going live. It may even be live already. I don't know. If you check out their website, I'm trying to think. I think it's blackriverfilms.com.
Okay.
I believe so.
I figured it'll probably be popping up on the message board or the website in there, and it wouldn't be that hard to do a Google Google search on the subject. So.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it looks like on the website you can pre-order it. Well, it says this may have been before, because it said estimated shipping date was going to be September 21st.
Mm-hmm.
So it may be out there already. I know they were very, very close.
Right. One of the most fascinating things I remember about that interview was when he called in and he was talking about how he was walking around, like he ended up getting invited into this old house or something like that, and they actually found a wood carving of something that looked like a Mothman from back when the basically Native American Indians were running around West Virginia. And so it appears that the legend goes all the way that far back.
Yeah, it was, he had a lot of interest, because he was on 2 times, and I know like the second time, and it might have been the second show he was talking about, because he got into Roswell connections, all this kind of stuff. It was very interesting. He's always been kind of a favorite guest when he comes on, so he's a good guy. Travis Short. So,
gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, that, like I said, the Mothman thing, I mean, that's the great thing, like, with all the cryptozoology studies. I mean, not just, like, you can make a whole career out of just looking for Bigfoot, the swamp ape, all those things, not to mention the Mothman, Jersey Devil, just about anything you could get your hands on. Loch Ness Monster, heck, even to some extent, I've heard of stories of the Chesapeake Bay Monster floating around. They've been calling that Chessie. So, I mean, it's just kind of like cryptozoology is becoming more and more an accepted science
Right.
And part of that is that Mothman. That's part of that, and it's not because you're not dealing with the ghosts or the unknown or the supernatural. More or less, you're dealing with a series of beasts that just have yet been identified by science.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. I mean, cryptozoology, has contributed quite a bit when you want to look at all the different fields of the paranormal, the unexplained. I mean, it's look at all the animals that have been discovered, thought to be extinct or mythological. Many aspects, and it's cryptozoology that leads that way to kind of push for that, because it's not all about Bigfoot and Nessie. There's I think it's 5 different criteria that an animal has to fall into to be considered a cryptid, and it's not just mythological. It can be an animal that's seen out of its known habitat, like the jaguarundi. There's sightings of it in Florida, but that's not its known habitat. But it's known to exist. So, it's very interesting.
Yeah, exactly. And they do a really, really nice job, because that's the one thing that amazes me. Talk about patting people on the back. You start reading some of Scott Marlowe's stuff, and that guy is probably one of the most detailed researchers that's working in the field right now. And that's ultimately what's going to end up winning continued worldwide acceptance, is constant documentation, constant proof, constant a lot of things. Granted, it does take a spark of faith to keep looking for, keep chasing down something like a Sasquatch, because it may end up, you may end up thinking, oh, is that just a bear running around? But the fact of the matter is, those guys do really an amazing job, almost as detailed as the people that are right now, like, working on a cure for diabetes, working on a cure for AIDS, working on a cure for anything. They're just as scientifically dedicated, which I think will, again, like I said, they'll get continued acceptance because of their consistent testing, hypothesis, and proving it, and theories start becoming more concrete and based and real, which goes to show their dedication to their field.
Yeah, for sure. I tell you what, I'm going to put the call-in number out there one more time now. Come on, we need just one more caller. 877-876-7797. That's even a toll-free number, everybody. It doesn't, look, this won't cost you a thing. If you win, I ship you for free. I ship to you for free some prizes for free. The call's free. You can't get any better than that, can you?
He does, considering all the free stuff I've gotten from Shadows in the Dark. I have yet to pay for any shipping costs that have happened to me.
I know we got a couple of y'all that have really racked up. You and Bambi, for sure.
Which is why I love doing reviews for Mysteries Magazine as well. Speaking of which, Jeremiah, I would be interested in a copy of Mysteries Magazine. Pray tell, how can one procure such a copy?
Well, it is very simple. We've even made it easier. If you go to store.mysteriesmagazine.com, that will take you right to where you need to subscribe and buy back issues, as a matter of fact, at a discounted price.
That is absolutely fascinating, Jeremiah. What sort of issues has Mystery Magazine talked about in the past, or what amazing subjects have they dared?
Oh, you name it.
I can find back issues of.
I tell you what, you name it, it is there. 2012 to Bigfoot to spirituality, it's all there, and it's going to get better.
Why, if I may, speaking of winning a bunch of prizes, I actually won a couple of years subscription to that, and I was rereading through some of those issues, and one of the most fascinating things, and I'm being totally serious about this, was the very detailed interview or story that they did on the history of the Church of Satan.
Oh, yeah.
With Anton LaVey, and it was a pretty gutsy story to do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, because the amount of stuff that was involved with it, I mean, it's sort of like, is it true? Do they sacrifice children? What did you have to jump? What sort of hoops did you have to jump through in order to get trusted, to get into their trusted little inner sanctum? There was a lot to it, and it was a very well written and very impressive article. Now, will we continue to see such high quality in Mysteries Magazine in these future issues, Jeremiah?
Oh, I tell you what, you're going to see a lot more than just high quality. This is going to be, there's going to be a lot of enhancements. We're not really calling them changes, we're calling them enhancements. Taking the magazine to full color is one of the starts. Using original artwork. We're adding some new columns, so you'll see some new stuff too. Like On the Road with Mysteries. That's one of the new things that we're adding to this, which is basically we're highlighting somewhere or something you can go visit that is considered odd, unusual, could be haunted. I mean, it could be a roadside oddity, it could be a haunted house, it could be an unusual looking house. So that's going to be a new column in the magazine, which is, I think that's going to be a lot of fun. And you'll get the information where you can contact to find out more about the place, a little bit of how to get there, where it's located. So that's one of the new things that you're going to see. And many others.
So, no, I was going to say, it kind of goes along with like the weird U.S. series that's been popping up that Charlie Carlson wrote a book about.
Exactly. It's more or less, I would call it, it's kind of a spin-off of the Weird U.S. series, but, our own little take on it, and like I said, we're going to call it, On the Road with Mysteries. And we got plans for some of the stuff that you're going to see in the magazine. We've got some plans outside of that. We're not going to release those right now. But some exciting stuff that's going to be coming up. I mean, I'm going to be doing this full time, so I'm going to have a lot more time on my hands. so I've got to fill it somehow. We got a new person in the chat room. So let's see if we can talk them to calling in. All right, here we go. It is 877-876-7797. If you want to play the Paranormal Throwdown against Don, who is here with us. 877 876-7797. All we need is one more player, and I think we might be getting our next call in. But
real quick before they call in, could you repeat again what you said about person needing our positive thoughts and prayers? One more time.
Yeah, I most definitely will. Like we were saying earlier, our guest tonight, Heather Graham, had to cancel because she had there was a death of a close friend just hours ago, so she had to cancel tonight's show. So please, send your thoughts, your prayers, positive energy, whatever your belief is, whatever you do. Send that her way. I'm sure, hard times for her. My understanding, they've been friends for over 30 years. So.
Oh wow, that's just sad.
Yeah, so definitely, and we're going to reschedule that show. We're going to get her back on. I tell you what, I was looking, putting together the show page. Heather has written over 100 books. 100 books, for goodness sakes.
I could do that in my sleep.
Oh man, that is crazy. That is crazy.
Yeah. I used to get her mixed up with the actress.
Yeah. I tell you, though. Oh, wait, here we go. All right, this is caller from 717. What's your name and where are you from?
This is Denise. I'm Night Owl from the chat room.
Well, hello, Denise. Are you going to play the Paranormal Throwdown with us? Have you saved us?
I have probably saved you. What did I win?
You ain't won anything yet. You got to beat Don.
Dang it!
Now wait a minute here. Now, haven't you two played against each other before?
Possibly.
I look forward to beating her again.
Okay, I'm just wondering.
Hey!
See,
I have my doubts.
No, see, there we go. The Paranormal Throwdown has started. The smackdowns are being tossed back and forth.
Yeah, obviously you're in a different dimension than I am here, Don, so...
Well, yeah, it's called the dimension of winners. That's where I'm happy to be.
Now, see, this is what's good about the Paranormal Throwdown. This gives, we're usually just nice and calm and very open-minded here. But you know what? Once this game show starts, it's talking trash. It's throwing that I'm kicking your butt in your face. This is when we can get the attitude, and even I can get the attitude. So.
Well, bring it on, Don.
Yeah, we will be coming after you. You have a lot to worry about with Shadows Media coming after you.
All right. Here we go.
Little art to this. Right. A subtle little art to this.
Yeah. All right. So y'all have played before. You know the rules. We'll run them down just one more time, just in case you forgot. And through all the trash talk, you may have missed it. We'll be asking questions. They are mostly straight answers. We do have a couple true and false, or true or false, as well. And then we'll keep score. At the end of it, the winner will win some prizes. Again, you can talk trash. You can say I'm kicking your butt or whatever. Some of the questions are difficult. Some aren't. As we have found in the past, I think all questions are difficult. Except for Bambi that one game, who kicked somebody's butt all over the place.
It's a true false question. At least you got a 50% chance of getting it right.
That's true. Yes. All right. Now, if one of y'all missed the question, the other does have the opportunity to answer the question. You'll be given about 5 seconds to buzz in. Remember, you buzz in with your name, and then once you buzz in, you have about 5 seconds to answer the question. This is to keep you from Googling, Yahooing, Binging, I don't know, whatever else is out there. So, all right, are you both ready?
Don Smith, yes, I am.
Okay.
My first point. Woohoo!
Yeah, woo! All right, here we go. All right, question number 1. Who was called the Sleeping Prophet? Denise.
Edgar Casey.
Edgar Casey is correct. Don, you are getting your tail kicked right off the bat.
Yeah, get used to it.
Called letting her win. Letting her win. Old Maverick style. You lose for an hour and then you kick everybody's butt in the first 5 minutes of the thing.
Yeah, it ain't going to get no better, Don, so you just get used to it.
All right, here we go. Next question. True or false? Jeremiah, that's me, by the way, in case you don't know, a.k.a. Snowflake, has visited 4 of the Mayan ruins.
Don Smith.
Don.
False.
That is false. That is, man, wow. Do you pay attention to the show, or are you just taking a wild guess?
No, I pay attention to the show, and plus I always know the limited budget that Shadows Media has.
Okay. Well, how many ruins have I visited?
You visited at least 2. And you were talking about going to a 3rd one within the very near future. That is, if everything works out. But with you starting the new venture, it doesn't look like it's going to work out for another several months beyond what you wanted.
That was close. I visited 3. Yes, I have visited 3. It did. He sounded like he paid attention. I'm sorry that I
sounded like he knew what he was talking about.
and I just put you on the spot. So obviously, let me make a note. Don does not pay attention to Shadows in the Dark shows. Spends time being smart Alec in chat room. Okay. All right. Next question.
Yeah, but I'm the best Robert Schneck insult that anybody has. I'll tell you that. But anyway.
That is true. All right, here we go. Oh, here's a tough one. Now this one you really, really have had to pay attention to Shadows in the Dark. All right, or just be a huge fan of this person in the question. What is the name of Charlie Carlson's dog that co-stars with him in the new PBS show Weird Florida, Road Less Traveled?
Oh.
The name of Charlie Carlson's dog that also is the co-star with him in the new PBS show. How'd you like I got that plug in there? Weird Florida, Road Less Traveled, PBS, coming this next month.
Don.
All right, Don.
Steinbeck.
What?
Steinbeck.
Steinbeck. No. No. Denise, do you have a guess?
I haven't got the faintest idea.
Okay, no, I haven't got the faintest idea is incorrect. It is Miss Scarlet. It is Miss Scarlet. Miss
There was
Scarlet.
a logic there.
There was
a logic there. John Steinbeck wrote a book called Travels with Charlie. That was the name of his dog, and I figured Charlie Carlson, maybe he has a dog named Steinbeck.
That's a good way of going about it. I'm trying to remember, what is she? Is she a boxer? I think, and she's got reddish hair, so that's why they named her Miss Scarlet. She had an original name. She had a name before that. I can't remember what it was. All right, next question.
Well, that was a very good guess. It was completely wrong.
Yes, completely wrong.
Yeah, but I'm wrong with style, Denise. I'm wrong with style.
Well, you can't have a good guess if it's way off. All right.
Yeah, style's good for people who don't have anything else.
All right. Next question before we start killing each other. That's the bonus round. All right. What was the name of the man who appeared online in 2001 through 2000 to 2001 for approximately 5 months, claiming to be a time traveler from the year 2036? The name of the man who appeared online for approximately 5 months around 2001, claiming to be a time traveler from 2036. You know what? You guys don't make me feel good. We talked about this on the show. You know?
Doctor.
All right.
Now, I am aware of the person. I haven't got the faintest idea what the name is.
All right. 5 seconds.
Don Smith.
All right.
That Tom guy?
No, it wasn't Tom.
I said .com guy.
Oh, .com. No, I thought you said that Tom guy. No, it wasn't the .com.
No.
Yeah, because every guest has a .com. It wasn't a guest, though. It wasn't a guest. We had a guest on that talked about this guy. Denise, do you have a guess?
Short of breaking out the Google foo, no, I don't.
Oh, and Denise keeps from cheating. Thank you, Denise. All right.
You can tell I'm not cheating. That is one good thing. You can tell we are all not cheating on this.
Yes, that is true.
Not cheating with style.
You know what? Every show I can tell no one's cheating. All right, that is John Teeter. John Titor. Some people say Titer. I say Teeter. Potato, teeter, titer, whatever. All right, next question. Next question. During the spring equinox, where does the Mayan serpent god appear? And not your bathroom. He does mine.
Oh, gosh. What are you eating the night before the equinox, then?
We won't get into... Okay, yes. During the spring equinox, where does the Mayan serpent god appear?
Don.
All right, Don.
Take a guess.
Okay.
Okay. It's that plane where you can only see them from like satellite or aerial photos, where they have like a giant spider, a man, and something else carved out in on the desert floor.
Oh, the Nazca lines, because I was about to say I have no idea what you're talking about, but now I got it. No, Nazca lines is wrong.
Oh,
yeah, I know what he's talking about, but
yes, which is Denise probably doesn't know the answer, but she knows you're wrong.
Let me guess.
Yeah, that's kind of a giveaway there.
Yeah.
I will guess he appears on the top of one of the pyramids.
You know what? That is close. You were definitely that is a better guess than the Nazca lines. That it is Chichen Itza, which is one of the Mayan ruins. So on the El Castillo at Chichen Itza, when the spring equinox happens, down these steps, a shadow forms the serpent. All right. Well, right now our score is Don 1, Denise 1.
Mighty powerful one.
Yes, we are neck and neck. I tell you what, this is just a heated battle. The score is just flying up. I don't know if I can write it all on the piece of paper. Next question.
This is why you do these things, is to get all those sarcastic comments you have with the ladies that are going on about numerology out of your head. This is why you do them.
Jeremiah, is this like, you know, projection or something?
Yeah.
You have to be straight on the interview.
Well, you know, I can't lie. This is my opportunity to just let it out, you know. Because if
Mr. Rogers, every other show, this one he turns into Charles Manson. We're going for flood.
Well, see, I hate to say, my nature, I am very sarcastic and kind of a smart aleck. So
no.
So you know, during a show where we have a guest, you see kind of this other side of Jeremiah that is quiet and calm. And then I do these so I can just let it all out and pick on everybody and whatnot. So somebody's claiming we have laughing gas. I don't think it's laughing gas. It's something else, but it's not laughing gas. All right.
That claiming that, I wouldn't put it past them.
No,
I don't have the computer in front of me.
It is actually not Robert. But all right, next question. Okay, here we go. Here's something. You know, do you watch TV? Everybody watch TV here?
Once or twice.
Do you have one? You got to tell it change channels. You know, picture box, boob tube, whatever you want to call it. You know what I'm saying? All right. Everybody's got that? Okay. What is the name of the host of Animal Planet's River Monsters? What is the name of the host of Animal Planet's River Monsters?
You know, I've actually even seen that show.
Well, see, there we go. But you have to know his name. All right, I'm going to give a hint. All right.
I'm not sure what his name is, but I think they call him Chum.
That's funny.
God.
Okay, you know what? I don't care if I get any... Jeremiah, I'm saying it officially. I don't care if I get everyone correct and I beat her pants off. She wins for that remark right there. I will play the rest of the game, but I am officially forfeiting because that was just too damn funny, and I refuse to follow that.
That was funny. That was funny. All right, here's your hint. All right, the hint is... All right, you guys are very bad to call me this nickname, and it's not Snowflake. That's his first name.
Jackass?
Okay, he followed that one up. Denise, though, I'm going to guess.
All right, Denise.
Is it Jeremy somebody?
It's Jeremy somebody, but I need the last name.
Oh, come on.
Okay, all right.
Jeremy Snowflake.
No, not Jeremy Snowflake. All right. Don, do you have a guess?
No, I really don't. I didn't think it was a real show, to be honest with you.
It is a real show. It's actually a very good show. His name is Jeremy Wade. Jeremy Wade.
Oh, that's funny, and he deals with river monsters, and his last name's Wade. Tell me God didn't have it in for that guy.
Yes.
They call him Chump, too.
No, if you ever get a chance to watch the show, you should. It is a great show, because this guy, it's called River Monsters, but that's kind of misleading, because he's not looking for mythological creatures or creatures that are thought to exist. These fish exist. These creatures exist, and he tries to catch them. And it's fish that are like, 8 feet long, weighing 300-400 pounds. They're insane. And he goes out there and tries to catch them and learn about them. It's a fun show to watch.
Sounds like a girl I dated.
Okay. Next question that someone is bound to get wrong. All right. I'm trying. I'm trying to find a simple one. Let me see. Okay, here we go. Maybe this one. All right. What paranormal icon... I lost the question. Oh, what paranormal icon was included in Shadows in the Dark's original logo?
Denise.
Denise.
That was an alien?
Yes, it was an alien. Holy cow, somebody paid attention, and actually, yes, it was an alien. Denise leads 2-1. Don, you better do something.
I told you, I already forfeited my prize after that chum remark. I'm officially out. That was just great, but I'm still playing along.
Okay. All right, here we go. Let's see. Out of 7 questions, y'all have managed to get 3 right. You're on a roll. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Now let's... Oh, y'all missed this one. I put this one in there just in case, and I figure now I'm going to have to pull it out. How many toes does a Bigfoot have?
Don.
Okay, Don.
5.
No, that's incorrect.
Okay.
Are we talking total toes or just toes on one Bigfoot?
How many toes does a Bigfoot have?
10.
10, yes. 10 is correct. Don, you missed that.
Well, you said foot singular.
It's a Bigfoot. How many toes does a...
It's a big foot. You said how many toes does a big foot have?
That's
5.
If you...
You'd have just said how many toes does a Sasquatch have. That would have been more clear.
Yeah, exactly.
What show are you on? What show are you on? If we say Bigfoot on Shadows in the Dark, we're not talking about a size 12, 14.
Well, I'm about to go to coast if you keep this up.
Oh,
come on, you don't get insulted like this on Coast to Coast.
All right, now we've got Hermit the Frog in the chat room saying, well, to be fair, a lot of Bigfoot have 4 and 3 toes on each foot. Well, you know what? We're going to ban Hermit the Frog from the chat room.
Thank you, Hermit the Frog. You're my new hero. Seriously, thanks for sticking up for me.
Well, no. He wasn't taking up for you because if you add up 4 and 3, it still doesn't come up to 5. 4 toes.
The Frog doesn't like you anymore. You're not my hero anymore.
If they had 4, it would be 8. If they had 3, it would be 6. So, in other words, you would have to have 2.5 on each foot.
They could have like 2 on one and 3 on the other.
Oh, they could. That's true. That's true. Okay, next question.
You need a turtle.
No more debating how many toes a Sasquatch has. All right, here we go. Let me find another easy one here. Okay, here we go. That's probably okay. Let's try this one. If UFO stands for unidentified flying object, what does USO stand for? Denise.
Be an unidentified submerged object.
I will take submerged. I think it's submersible, isn't it? Either way.
Oh, weird.
Either way.
I was thinking swimming.
You were thinking swimming? An unidentified swimming object.
It would be like a Loch Ness Monster.
That would be, wouldn't it?
That's what they do. Swim.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But if it's swimming, wouldn't it be a USC, unidentified swimming creature? USM, unidentified swimming monster?
Because they make USM sound like it's like some sort of like funky submarine or Sequest 9 or something like that floating around underwater. Sequest, PSP, whatever it was.
Yes. Could be. All right, here we go. Next question. True or false? True or false? You got a 50-50 chance of getting this. The Patterson-Gimlin film was taped at Bluff Creek, California. Denise.
That's true.
That is true. Don is getting his tail kicked. Score is Denise 5, Don 1. Denise 5, Don 1.
Yeah, right. Don, aren't you glad I called in now?
Well, while Don's asleep, while Don is asleep, we have a chance to make fun of him. All right. But I'd rather
all over again.
Yeah, I'd rather do it while you're awake, though. All right, here we go. Here's a conspiracy question. Conspiracy question. What Beatles member was said to have been killed in a car crash and replaced by a look-alike so fans wouldn't know?
Don.
Don.
Paul McCartney is dead.
Paul McCartney is dead, so they say. Don has 2. Denise has 5. Don is catching up.
I didn't think that was a conspiracy. I thought that was a fact.
Well, it's a theory. It's a conspiracy theory.
Theory?
Yeah,
Okay.
the Freemasons killed him.
Yeah. So,
Ooh.
all right.
They flew up in an unidentified submerged object.
Yes, I did.
Yeah. Speaking of which, how many toes does Paul McCartney have? Well, I'll tell you this, Paul McCartney's ex-wife has 5 toes. Look it up.
Are we gonna post that on the forum, the debate? How many toes a Bigfoot has? All right.
No, we're
bitter. We're so bitter.
All right. Hermit the Frog says it's an urban legend. I'm going with conspiracy theory because it's something that was to trick the public. So I'm going that Paul McCartney is dead as a conspiracy theory.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I got that out there.
Considering I got the question right, I'm agreeing with you.
Exactly. It is a conspiracy theory. Yes, it is. Okay, here we go. Next question. Just want to get that out there. What was Robert L. Ripley's middle name? What was Robert L. Ripley's middle name? Robert L. Ripley. I'll give you a hint. Starts with an L. Clock is ticking. Clock is ticking.
Denise.
Don.
Denise went first.
Is it Leon?
Leon. No, but that's pretty close. Don.
Lewis.
Lewis. No. Leroy. Leroy is the answer.
Hmm.
I don't know how Lewis is close to Leon, but if you say so. All right. Next question. Next question. What is the name of the notorious Nile crocodile that is the largest ever seen in Africa and considered to be a man-eater?
Ooh, here she comes.
The notorious.
It has a name?
It has a name. They even made a movie based on it.
Is it like Bob or John or something?
Well, that would be
like
a name.
That kind of name?
Well, it's got a name. I don't know. It depends on what part of the world.
Terrified of Bob, man-eater Bob.
You know, I mean, you know, if it was in, you know, North America, maybe Bob. You know, but if you go to another country, it could be, you know, Sven. You know, depends on where you're at. So keep in mind.
It's going to be great. Next week, Jerry Wade's going to be looking for Sven the man-eater in the middle of the Nile, and they're going to be talking about how many toes it has. There, how's that for wrapping everything up?
All right.
That sounds like a conspiracy theory to me.
Yeah, exactly.
Notorious Nile crocodile, seen in Africa, and considered to be a man-eater. Any guess? Any guess? Anybody? Dun, dun, dun. I'm going to get called and have to pay royalties for just humming that. All right.
I'm a little teapot.
Yes. Gustav was his name. Gustav the Nile crocodile.
Sven. I was impressed.
Yes. Bob was closer, but, Gustav. I think if you spell Gustav backwards, you still get Gustav, just like Bob. All right. Next question. Here we go. Name one of the 2 films that was based on the Bell Witch haunting.
Oh, Don.
Denise.
Oh, Don first.
An American Haunting. Terrible movie.
An American Haunting is correct. Denise, can you name the other one for a point?
Oh, man. I think it was A Haunting in Tennessee.
No, it was actually called Bell Witch Haunting.
Okay.
All right.
It was a terrible movie.
Yes.
I would agree with
the point of the film is fathers shouldn't be sleeping with their daughters. Take that up with Mackenzie Phillips now. But still, it was just a lousy movie.
Yeah. All right. Don 3, Denise 5. Don 3, Denise 5. All right. Let's see here. Let me find another question. All right. Here we go. What is the name of SpongeBob's best friend? What is... What? Huh? We're talking about a talking sponge that lives in a pineapple under the sea. If that's not unexplained or mysterious, I don't know what is.
Don.
Patrick. Patrick. Yes, it is Patrick. Look at that. You know you're SpongeBob. I don't know if you should be embarrassed or proud.
Yeah, and people say he doesn't know anything.
I know. Look at that. And yes, SpongeBob is paranormal. That's a little talking sponge. You know?
Gosh.
All right.
I tell you, the fifth grader in me is coming out now and giggling.
All right. Probably we'll get 2 more questions in here. What is the name of the cursed ship that sails forever around the Cape of Good Hope? Wait, I didn't even get the question finished. What if those tuning in want to know what the question is? You know? All right, Don, you chimed in first.
Flying Dutchman.
It is the Flying Dutchman. It is the Flying Dutchman. And we have a tied game. And by the way, the Flying Dutchman is also a character on SpongeBob. Okay. Moving on to the next.
It all relates back to SpongeBob.
I have a feeling, one way or another, it does. SpongeBob
How many
is
toes
the key.
does SpongeBob have?
Oh,
He always wears shoes, so I don't know.
He's been barefoot before. And I think
before.
I think it's 6 altogether.
He's a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle is what he is.
Yes, you can check that out. SpongeBob has 6 toes. All right, next question. True or false? This could be the tiebreaker. Ripley's St. Augustine is the first ever Ripley's Museum built right before Robert Ripley died. Denise.
That's true.
Oh, no, it's not.
Boo!
That is false. It is the first ever Ripley's Museum, but Robert Ripley did not get to see it. It was built after his death. Trick question. Ha-ha. Got you there. Ha-ha. It sounded true, didn't it? But no, I had to twist it.
It did.
I had to put the twist.
You're tricky like that.
I try to make these questions as easy as I can.
Tomorrow, Jeremiah is waking up with a magnifying glass and looking for the nearest anthill. I know it.
All right. Here it is. Is this the tiebreaker question? What company is the Ouija board a trademark of?
Oh, Lord.
What company? Denise.
Currently, I think it's Parker Brothers.
It is Parker Brothers. Denise with the tiebreaker to take it to 6. Who wins the game? 6-5. I think that is our closest game we've ever had, besides some of the ones that went like 0-0, 1-1, or whatever.
Tell you what, Jared, next time I'll make up the questions and you can play somebody. We'll see how easy that is.
You know what? That's a good idea. That is a good idea. You make up some questions. You will host the Paranormal Throwdown, and I will play. And probably,
okay. That would actually be cool.
And probably get my tail
what do
kicked.
these things have in common? Liberty, art, taco.
All right. Now, for the ceremonial prize giveaway. Dun, 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 dun.
She is the champion, my friends. And she'll keep on fighting.
I would like to thank all the little people and the Bigfoots. All the river monsters supported my Run for the victory here.
Ooh, time. I gotta know. Are you doing a victory lap around the living room or wherever your computer or wherever your room is? You should be doing a victory lap.
You should. You should.
I should, but I'm not going to alarm the neighbors and like run around the house.
All right. Would you like to know what you won?
I would love to know what I have won.
All right. Arriving in your mailbox from anywhere from 3 days to 4 years will be
Robert Schneck.
Yes, he could. That is true. That is true. I can fit him in a little box. Bela Lugosi. The Bela Lugosi collection. Are you a Bela Lugosi fan?
I am a Bela Lugosi fan. Yeah.
You are? Well, good, because if you weren't, you were going to have 10 hours of Bela Lugosi to become a fan. So now you do.
Right.
This is
are his films?
Yes. It is 3 disc. It is. It looks like 6 Bela Lugosi movies: White Zombie, Invisible Ghost, Scared to Death, The Human Monster, The Phantom Creeps, Black Dragons, One Body Too Many, Death, Kiss, and The Corpse Vanishes. Ooh.
Oh, no Ed Wood stuff.
Ooh. The Corpse Vanishes. Ooh. All right.
Hey, yeah, when I hosted, I'm giving away the Ed Wood library, let me tell you.
Oh. All right. Here is your last.
Cool. Here's a hint. Anybody want to donate an Ed Wood collection for the next throwdown? Send it to Jeremiah Greer. That's care of Shadows in the Dark Media.
Yes. All right. Here we go. Your last prize. You have 2 prizes. Now, I guess my first question is: did you win anything during the 24-hour broadcast?
No, I did not.
Well, then that means you don't have this book I'm about to give you. All right.
Oh. Even if I did, I would get rid of it. I would put it on eBay and just so I could get it again.
You know what? This might actually be a good thing to put on eBay. But anyway, all right. What have I got here?
Schneck.
I have got in my hands a Ripley's book called "Search for the Shrunken Head and Other Curiosities." Believe it or not. Now, wait. It doesn't end there. It gets even better. I promise you that.
Oh my God! How can it get better?
Which, by the way, Denise, just so you know, this book was published after Robert Ripley died. He did not get a chance to see it. Okay.
Give you a little hint about the book. It doesn't have his middle name in it. Believe me, I know from about 10 minutes ago.
And another one of my prizes, I'm going to get a Magic 8 Ball so we can all tell.
All right. Okay. Here it is. The even better part. The even better part is that this book is signed by Edward Meyer. Now, you're probably wondering who the heck is Edward Meyer, right?
And why is he signing my books? Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Well, Edward Meyer is my next door neighbor. He's not. I'm just kidding. He is
my invisible playmate.
Yes. No. Edward Meyer is the archivist. He is the vice president of archives for Ripley's. He is the guy who more or less took over Robert Ripley's place in going out to find these believe it or nots, purchase them, acquire them, all that stuff. So he continues what Robert Ripley done. So
basically, he's got the coolest job in the world.
Yes, exactly. He has the coolest job in the world, and he has signed this book. Now, this book is actually very cool.
That's impressive. Mine isn't even signed.
Yours isn't signed?
No. Where would it be signed? Because I'm looking through it right now, and I was like, I don't even see it signed anyplace.
It was supposed to be. Everybody was supposed to get a signed copy, I think. Go to when you open it up, there's a little envelope in the front.
Mm-hmm.
And it should say... Oh, is it signed now? Did he all of a sudden sign it?
Yeah, it's all of a sudden signed now. I thought that was Ripley's signature. I didn't see April 18, 2009. Whoops.
Yes. Well, we brought Robert Ripley back from the dead.
It was one of those Parker Brother Ouija boards.
Yeah.
We're so to find out how many toes Robert Ripley had.
Yeah, Robert Ripley wanted to see the first ever museum.
Double dig people to go dig him up and look for him.
But anyway, this is a very cool book. A lot of little things kind of glued in it and whatnot that you can open up. It's got a King Tut bookmarker that's attached to it. You can move this. Not really a pop-up, but no, I take that back. I turn a page and all of a sudden something pops up. Yes, it is partly pop-up.
It's a really nice little book. It really is a nice coffee table book.
Yes, it is. So, you are now the proud owner of that.
Yay!
So there we go. That is another edition of the Paranormal Throwdown, won by none other than Denise. So you two, thank you so much for playing. Now that we finally talked a couple people into calling in, but it was great. I appreciate y'all calling in, and Denise, I'll get these in the mail. Like I said, anywhere from a couple of days to 4 or 5 years. So.
Okay. Thanks, Jeremiah.
You are welcome. So
I salute you, my worthy opponent, and I salute you, our worthy question moderator, announcer, game show host.
Yes.
And Jeremiah, you have better hair than Bob Eubanks does. Gentlemen,
yes,
ladies,
I do.
Thank you very much, and I bid you all adieu.
All right, we'll see y'all later. Thank you for playing.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right, everybody, that was the Paranormal Throwdown. A lot of fun. And look at there, we even managed to extend it a little bit longer. But congratulations to Denise for winning those fabulous prizes. And, of course, congratulations to Don for getting his butt kicked. It just happens sometimes. But, no, it is great. We have a lot of fun playing that, and you heard it there. Denise is kind of throwing down the gauntlet, wanting to say she'll come up with the questions so I can play. You know what's going to be bad? I'm going to get on there. I'm not going to know anything. But I tell you what, it was a lot of fun tonight, and I do apologize that we are kind of doing a short show tonight. But again, for those who for those who joined in a little bit there in the middle of the Paranormal Throwdown, our guest had to cancel tonight due to the death of a close friend earlier today. So we really weren't prepared for that. You don't see that stuff coming, so we decided we were going to do the Paranormal Throwdown anyway, so we thought we'd just do it and just make the whole show out of it. So really, really appreciate everybody tuning in for that. Now, of course, we're going to be back this Thursday at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time, so make sure to tune in for that. We will get some more upcoming shows posted on the website. Again, 2.5 days, and I no longer work a regular job. I will be doing this, so we'll be able to get a lot of stuff in there, get things updated, start getting everything on the ball. It's been really, really rough here lately between job, kids, magazines, cold, sickness, all that stuff. So I am happy to say that there's going to be a lot more time to get all this stuff done. But again, I appreciate everybody tuning in tonight. The Paranormal Throwdown was a lot of fun. Congratulations to Denise, and thank you, Don and Denise, for playing along. We will see you Thursday, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time. This has been Shadows in the Dark, where the darkness is illuminated. Good night, everyone.
Shadows in the Dark.